Welcome to part 2 of the Discard Challenge. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the second part of our Discard Challenge week. If you guys don't know what this is, essentially what we decided to do was forget about winning the game. We all can win the game or lose the game, that's fine. The point of this is to set ourselves a little bit of a challenge and see which one of you can create the best deck list to accomplish said challenge. Now, this week is Discard Week, which means we are looking to see how many cards we can get out of the opponent's hand with cards in our deck. Keep in mind that does mean things like Tormenting Voice, anything like Faithless Looting, that kind of stuff does not apply. It does have to be from our list. Now, this list is going to be an interesting one, so we'll get to that in a second, but just so you guys know, part 1 did go up on Monday. We had Spinoraptor, who submitted a very fine deck and set a very nice score of 10 cards from the opponent's hand. Now, we are going to be putting this deck today through 3 games in Best of 1, the exact same story that we had in part 1, and hopefully get to see if we can beat that goal. Now, we do have to get over 10. Now, Friday, we will have one more part, and we've got one more deck from one other user. We're pitting these 3 people against each other, and whoever wins is going to be getting a free mystery proxy pack from us. We've got quite a few digital altars that we'd love to send out, and so we are going to be sending a little handful of those to one of you guys. So thank you guys so much for submitting deck lists. Keep in mind, if you would like to submit a deck list of your own, you can do that via Discord. The link is down below, so please do go check that out. Additionally, though, I do want to mention in the Wednesday episodes each time, we are going to be announcing the goal for next week, which means you can go ahead and start submitting deck lists for that goal, so we can get those in a little bit early. Now, the goal for next week is a life gain. We're going to see how much life we can get in a single game. So please do keep that in mind. Don't worry about winning the game. We're not worried about winning the game here. We are solely worried about how much life we can actually gain in a single best of 1 game. So don't necessarily worry about sideboard unless you've got something that can pull stuff from the sideboard. Just create a deck that gains a lot of life and send it over via that Discord chat. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about these challenges. I think they kind of mix things up a little bit. I was a little tired of the monotonous gameplay, so it's kind of fun to try something different. But thank you guys so much ahead of time for the deck list. I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's jump into this Discard Challenge. All right, guys, here we are with today's deck list submitted by Thoughteize in Discord. Again, a huge thank you to Thoughteize. Really do appreciate it. We're going up against Spinoraptor today. We got to beat 10, and this is the deck, I think, to do it. We have got some really awesome cards. I specifically asked for a Blue Sun Zenith deck, and Thoughteize did not disappoint. This is awesome. So the reason I asked for a Blue Sun Zenith deck is because I thought it would be really fun at instant speed to make the opponent draw a lot of cards, just as many as possible, and then have to discard those cards at the end of their turn, because you can do it kind of on that second main phase or something on that like that on their turn. So the goal is to essentially make them draw as many cards as possible and then have to discard a lot of them in one shot. So we're going to keep track as best we can of how many cards they discard throughout this game. And I do have my handy dandy notebook ready to go just for that purpose. But in addition to Blue Sun Zenith, Thoughteize actually went a little crazy and put Overflowing Insight and Peer into the Abyss here. Now, Peer into the Abyss is in replacement of Folio of Fancies. That was originally in the list, but that actually is a non-bow with this because it gives all players no maximum hand size, which is kind of a problem. It kind of goes against it. So it's really good to have Peer into the Abyss here instead. This obviously makes them draw quite a lot of cards as well as Overflowing Insight, and then ideally then just making them discard at the end of the turn. Now, the rest of the deck is pretty straightforward. We've got Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Vicious Rumors, all very simple 1-mana discard spells. We also have Burglar Rat and Elderfang Disciple as some creatures that also make the opponent discard. And then we've got Raider's Wake here, which hopefully with just our couple Burglar Rats and Disciples can maybe discard an extra card or 2 along the way. Now with Cultivate and Roiling Regrowth, the idea is to really ramp into these big spells and hope that that works out. So we will see. This is a bit of an ambitious list, but I think if it works, it will definitely get above that 10 goal. So let's see what we can do, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into game 1. All right, guys, here we are for game 1, and our opening hand looks pretty much perfect. We've got a nice 1-2-3 with a big payoff spell later on, so we are absolutely going to keep this and hope that we can get some major discard in. But we do start off strong with a Thoughtseize, which is going to go ahead and put 1 discard on the table. And we're starting off strong, guys. I love it. So let's see what we can get out of the hand. Obviously, quite a lot of good stuff here. I honestly think it's Zendikar's Royal that we take, just because this is their big payoff card. They're going to be trying to ramp into it. Let's go ahead and take that. Interesting deck for sure. It looks like elementals, and hopefully playing off that landfall mechanic is what they are shooting for. But let's go ahead. Let's play the Elderfang Disciple, which puts 2 discards on the table. We're starting off strong with this one. Thoughtseize, you created a solid list here. Next turn, we obviously are going to get to Cultivate, which is fantastic. It means we've got Raider's Wake coming down very quickly as well. So we'll see how this goes. There's a Thoughtseize also. I'm going to go ahead and Cultivate, though. I think that's a better option. And I'm actually just going to get 2 black sources here. That just allows us essentially to ensure that we've got all the lands we need for that Peer into the Abyss, which I think is very, very crucial. It also means we can Raider's Wake and Thoughtseize in the same turn, which obviously is very helpful as well. So that's fine. And then they play the Healer, makes a lot of sense. Get some extra cards in hand, but we are going to Thoughtseize those away, so I'm perfectly fine with that. And in fact, we've got a pretty nice little setup here. So we're going to Inquisition first. Interesting. So we do take the Awakener, that is 3. Then I'm going to go ahead and Thoughtseize, to be honest, and we're going to go ahead and get 4. Look at that, starting off strong. We do need a couple lands here to get this Peer into the Abyss going, but if we do, we should be able to get them to discard quite a bit here. So let's see what we can do. That Risen Reef is going to target again. Little sad, but it's fine. Lotus Cobra comes down. Very interesting landfall list here for sure. And they can Neoform if they would like, which I assume they will. We'll see. But I'm trying to think what we need here. I mean, land obviously is just a really good call. Any kind of land we can get is going to be helpful because it's going to help us get close to that Peer into the Abyss. Risen Reef. Another one. That's okay. Gonna get that landfall trigger again. We got to get up to 10, guys. We have to beat Spinoraptor today. That is the goal. And I do think this is the deck to do it. We've got a lot of major discard spells in this list, so I'm hoping that we can get there. Honestly, a Cultivate would be like the perfect card, or even a Roiling Regrowth wouldn't be bad. We're going to go ahead and take that hit. That's fine. There's a Burglar Rat, which I honestly think we just play. Get another discard in. That puts us up to 5. Which obviously isn't like amazing, I know, but it's fine. It's fine, guys. We're not here to win the game. We're here to discard cards. We are halfway to that 10 goal. Thoughtseize, I believe in us. I think today is the day. I think we can dethrone Spinoraptor today. I'll try and take the... There we go. I'll try and get that in the graveyard. Why not? Not lose out on that. It does short them 1 mana as well, which, you know, might be something. We'll see. Just Thunderkin Awakener. Surprised they didn't play that first, to be honest. That seems a little odd. But it is what it is. All right. There's Zendikar's Royal, which is absolutely terrifying, and a land. I mean, no doubt about it, we are losing this game, guys. And that is fine. The question is, how quickly are we losing this game? And I think pretty quickly, to be honest. But can we get to 10? I don't know. I don't think in this one we're going to be able to. We didn't draw a land last turn. A little behind in that regard. And they obviously have a very strong board with a lot of stuff being refilled. And look at this. They have just got so many creatures coming down with this Zendikar's Royal. Such a cool list, by the way. If you've not seen these elemental lists, they are amazing. Really fun. Very discouraging to play against if you don't have a sweeper or anything like that, but very cool. So well done, opponent. There's another Risen Reef. And this is really the power of this deck, is the Risen Reef. It allows them to not only draw cards, but play some free lands to get more triggers, and then ideally just go crazy with the mana that you get off of Lotus Cobra and that kind of thing. So very, very powerful deck. Cool to see it, honestly. We don't normally get to see the Elementals list because, well, it is very, very cool. It's a bit all in on the strategy. And so being able to just sweep right now, for instance, would really set them back tremendously. And honestly, it's easy enough to sweep. So we did reset, by the way. We did have our rankings reset. So obviously we are back down a good bit. And we're probably not going up anytime soon, given the deck list that we will be playing in these challenge weeks. But you know what? It's fine. We're here to have fun. My thought is, guys, everybody in the world does gameplay, and gameplay is really fun. Don't get me wrong. It's really great to test new decks, and I don't imagine us just completely nixing that or anything. However, I find that it's a little bit like monotonous. I mean, we do the same thing. We just try and get some wins, and that's cool. But why not do something different? Why not do something that nobody really seems to be doing, which is set these little mini challenges for ourselves and hope that we can get there. And we certainly are doing the best we can. However, I think it's fair to say that we have lost this game. But we might be able to get another discard in, so I'm going to try and stick it out. We'll see what they can do. They only have 12 cards left in their deck, to be clear, and they already attacked this turn. So there is a world where we just win solely because they decked themselves. So we're going to do our best. I believe in us. I think we can do it. They've only got 9 cards left. This is the trick with Risen Reef, is it really does set you back. Now, crucially, if they have Jace, the Unraveler of Secrets, I believe is the one, then they can still win this game. They just play the Jace and then draw a card, and they've won. So we do have to be a little careful of that, but if they don't have it, they've got 4 cards left in their deck, and we just win. So we'll see. I have hopes. I have high hopes. This is a really sweet deck, though, obviously, if you cannot tell. But I don't know that we're going to get much more than 5 in this one, guys. I think this might be it. But you know what? Okay, no cards left in their deck. Absolutely none. So that should get rid of most of these triggers then, because all the Risen Reef triggers obviously do nothing. They have plenty of Lotus Cobra triggers, though. They've got all the mana in the world at this point, which is awesome. This is a really cool list. I love these lists. I love these like very all-in kind of combo-y lists. And maybe we'll do something like this. It'd be fun to do like on what turn, how early in the game can you draw your entire deck? Or something along those lines. Like something kind of silly. You know what I'm saying? All right. If they just pass right now, I mean, they won't, but that would be great. Let's see. Do they have... No? I love this owl. Look at this little guy. Oh, that's so cute. All right. Opponent really thinking about what they want to do. To me, oh, that's so mean. They've got Clear the Mind. All right, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and concede. Thoughtseize, I understand that technically we could have gotten maybe 1 or 2 more discards in, depending on what we drew, but the reality is any of the big spells we couldn't have cast. So I'm not stressing. I don't think we could have added too much to the plate there. So that means we got 5 for game 1. Halfway there, Thoughtseize. So maybe we can get there in game 2. If we had had a couple lands or even a Cultivate to add a couple lands to the board, I think we could have gotten there. Peer into the Abyss really does a lot. So what do we have here? Yeah, I mean, this is a keep. We get to Thoughtseize turn 1, then we've got Vicious Rumors. I think this is definitely worth it. Looks like Selesnya Good Stuff, which is a very cool deck. Got 1 to the top. Ooh, perfect. Okay, I like that even better. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize first. And see what we want to take. I honestly think it's just Knight of Autumn. The other cards don't matter that much, which is great. That's the good thing about not winning, is it doesn't matter what they have. It's just fun. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and Burglar Rat here. My assumption is they may Banishing Light it just because they've got nothing else to do, which is kind of okay. Doesn't really matter to me. There they get rid of the Cleansing Nova. Oh, I do need to mark these down. That's 2 cards so far. Not bad. We do have the Blue Sun Zenith in hand, so worth noting it will be good to cultivate here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get as many lands as we can. I'm actually going to get a blue and a black source here, crucially because we've already got another blue source. So let's go ahead and attack in, get our damage on. Let's see what we can do, guys. Okay, they got a knight. That's fine. Let's do this. I'm just going to Vicious Rumors. And that is card number 3. All right. Ooh, and we got a Knight of Autumn out of hand. That's not bad. Now, crucially, we can Blue Sun Zenith ourselves just to draw some extra cards. So not saying we have to just immediately delve into the discard plan here, but we certainly can. So we'll see what they do. There's an Inquisition. That's not bad. And they obviously have cards in hand that we should probably focus on discarding. We can only make them draw 3 cards right now, which isn't great. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. This gets us up to 4, which is quite good, honestly. We're not doing too bad. They're probably going to go ahead and convoke this out. Sure. Makes a lot of sense. And we'll get that Banishing Light out of there. That is up to 4 cards, guys. Hopefully we can get there. All right. Riz the Redeemed. What a great card. We do kind of have to block here, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. There's a Roiling Regrowth. So we can make them draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Alternatively, we can make ourselves draw some cards. I mean, we're gonna die 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so we're exactly gonna die. I think we're just dead, guys. I mean, we can Roiling Regrowth, but it really doesn't do anything at this point, and they just get to attack. So let's let them do it. Let's let them do it. And that is 4 cards. Oh, wait, we still have another life. Pardon me. Pardon me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make them draw. And then we'll Vicious Rumors them and get it to 5. But that's the best we're going to be able to do, I think, here this time, guys. All right, get it to 5. That is a clean 5 for game 1 and 2 for Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize, I think we need to get Peer into the Abyss going. I think that's the goal. All right, that's game 2 done. We have gotten to 5 both times. Let's see what we can do in game 3. All right, guys, here we are for game 3, our last chance to beat Spinoraptor and hit that goal of 10. Now, we really can't keep this hand. This hand is not great, so we're going to go ahead and mulligan that one. Now, this is a lot better. We obviously have some things we can do. I'm going to put one of these Cultivates back, and here we've actually got quite a bit of discard and the Cultivate to help us get there. Ooh, yes. Let's Inquisition first. We don't need to Thoughtseize turn 1 since Inquisition really is the best thing we can do. Wow, what a hand from the opponent here. Fortunately, they don't have a lot of card draw or anything really even close to it. So, ooh, that kind of makes me want to do this. First of all, let's go ahead. Let's mark that first one. Let's Vicious Rumors first. Let's get a card out of hand for the opponent. That is 2. And then we are going to go ahead and Thoughtseize, which is going to be 3 here. And they got rid of Shatter. Okay, let's go ahead and Thoughtseize. And what do we want to take here? All of these cards are terrible for us, except for Cleansing Nova. I don't really care about Cleansing Nova too much. Let's take Approach, just because that's more of a game-winning card, whereas the Platinum Angel, while is a preventative version of making sure that we can't win the game, it doesn't necessarily win the game on its own. Let's go ahead and get 2 blue sources, because we do have 2 obviously very strong blue cards in our hand. And we'll see what we can do. We are up to 3 at the moment. There's another land. Unfortunately, we're not we're kind of just drawing the big stuff, which isn't bad. We need that big stuff, but obviously we'd like to get some other stuff going here as well. So far discarded 3 cards. We need a little more. We need a little more, guys. We got to hit 10. We got to try and beat Spinoraptor. I don't know that we'll be able to do it, but we're going to try. We're going to try. There's the Explorer. They're trying very hard to just hit as many lands as they can, which I understand. Let's go ahead and do this. That does give us our 3 black for the Peer into the Abyss, which is fantastic. Here they're going to, I assume, just play the Platinum Angel. Sure. And there's another land. That is actually perfect because we're going to Peer into the Abyss them. This might do it, guys. They draw half of their deck. They draw half of their deck. All right, we do need to keep track here. They've got 6 cards in their graveyard. We need to keep track by the end of the turn what they have left, because there is a world where they basically discard a lot of cards and don't have much else to do. Very interesting list here that they've got. All right, 6 cards in the graveyard. So we need to see. This is going to do it. I mean, this should do it. For all intents and purposes, this should win us the challenge, but can we win the game? Chances are no. We have no way to deal with the Platinum Angel. But you know what? It's fine. Everything is fine. Let's see how many cards they discard here. Interesting. I can't believe that worked. Peer into the Abyss. Thoughtseize. I think you got it, my friend. Wow, up to 21. 21. Okay, so that means they discarded 15 cards, which does put us up to a lot. I will count that afterwards. Let's do this. So they were at 3, 4 plus 50. I'll do the math afterwards. We're gonna have to. All right. So what do we do now? We've won the challenge, guys. We did it. Thoughteize, you did it, my friend. We still have a lot of stuff to go. Don't worry. We're going to give them the approach to the second sun, and they're going to win the game off of it, which is fine. There it is. Well done. All right, let's jump into the wrap up here, because we've got a lot to talk about. All right, guys, so let's take a look at how we did in game 1 and in game 2. We actually discarded 5 cards each time, which was pretty good. I mean, honestly, in comparison to the other games that we did with Spinoraptor's deck, 10 was a bit of an anomaly. We actually did, I believe, yeah, like 6 and 2 in the previous Spinoraptor games. So it's kind of nice to see an even 5 in the first 2 games, but in that game 3, we ended up discarding, I believe, and I will fix this if I am incorrect, it was either 18 or 19 cards. It was somewhere in there. Because of that Peer into the Abyss, we were able to discard 15 cards in one shot, which is pretty amazing. So well done, Thoughteize. That does put you in the lead right now, but keep in mind we have one more deck to go, and that will be coming out on Friday. Now on that episode, we will be announcing the winner who will receive that digital proxy mystery pack. Please do, guys, make sure that you submit Decklist to the Discord if you would like to be a part of this, if you want some free stuff, if you just want to hang out and have a good time, or just be considered for an episode. Please submit a deck in that Decklist for Stream channel in our Discord. That link is down below, like I said. So guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thoughteize, you are in the lead, my friend. Good luck to you, and make sure that you guys start submitting lists as well for the life gain challenge next week. The goal is to just see how high we can get our life total. Whoever gets the highest is gonna win. So good luck, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your support, and good luck with the next challenge.